There are certain films that have just been with me from childhood, films that I have utterly adored, and as I grew up, I show no signs of that enjoyment wearing away whatsoever. In fact, I was over the moon to discover that The Warriors was coming out on 4K from Arrow, and even better, it's the theatrical version as well, which is always my preferred version to watch. I was kind of dismayed to discover that for the longest while, all you could get was the director's cut, which is just so... yeah, it's not the best version in my eyes. Now, Walter Hill is a great director, and he packs a lot into these movies. It's 92 minutes, I think The Warrior runs at, and there is so much going on in it. The grand story here, if you don't know, is that Cyrus, the leader of one of the biggest gangs in New York, has called a truce for one night and asked for 9 delegates of all gangs of New York to come together for a kind of meeting where he wants to lay out plans where they can galvanise together and take over the city.
Can you dig it?
But something goes awry. Cyrus ends up dead. Everybody ends up on the run, particularly the Warriors, and they don't really know that they are the target of everybody else. Someone has blamed them for the death of Cyrus, and they find themselves on a one night trying to make it from the middle of New York all the way back home alive, if possible. And it's so full of excitement, of action set pieces, of thrills, of danger, that you really come to enjoy spending time with this group of characters. You want them to survive. They're all different in their own ways. They are part of a unit, they are a gang, but there is a lot of movement within that group where some people don't go on as well, some people have more power than others, and you get to see this dynamic come throughout the film. Some great performances on here as well, but I particularly love James Remar and Michael Beck, who are fantastic as probably the 2 main leads within the Warriors group.
Who named you leader? I got as much right to take over as you.
It was Cleon's choice, Swan's war chief.
But this is all about the style and the excitement that comes along with these heavy weights that are on these characters. You know, everybody is after them. These gangs are livid. They know the Warriors are there. Information is being disseminated through a radio station with a kind of woman who, a DJ, you only see her mouth as she talks into the microphone, laying out these silky, smooth, thinly veiled threats towards the Warrior, highlighting where they are and driving other gangs towards them. It's a wonderful tact and it's very stylish.
All you street people with an ear for the action, I've been asked to relay a request from the Gramercy Riffs. It's a special for the Warriors.
Movie that sometimes does feel kind of comic booky, particularly in the way that we have the costuming for a lot of the gangs. It can be rather flamboyant and silly and over the top, not very practical or realistic, but something that is very visually impactful and gives you a kind of idea of what that gang's about, and you're kind of just waiting for the Warriors to butt heads with them. Everything about the Warriors just works for me, from that wonderful score, from this all taking place on one night as they kind of struggle to get from A to B with all the various different gangs, with some of the nefarious people up to no good, to like the rogue gang who are there just to cause chaos.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you waste Cyrus?
No reason. I just like doing things like that.
I love the look of the film. I love the characters and the situations, even when it takes a little detour and we get rid of a character just because, which is a shame. One of our characters gets caught by the police through their own actions, their own choices to deviate from what they're doing, and I kind of enjoy certain aspects of it more than others. There's moments where I am genuinely frustrated that the gang have had to split up or they've got separated and they're just wandering about, and you feel as if there's real danger there.
So you're the famous Warriors, the guys that shot Cyrus.
Shit, the chicks are packed! The chicks are packed!
The Warriors is something that's always been one of those movies that just gets me excited because it's just so packed into 90 minutes. It's exciting, it's full of adventures and thrills. I love the characters, the conversations. It can be very caricatured and overwritten, silly at times, but it doesn't really matter because I'm having so much fun with these characters. I'm having so much fun watching them make their way through this movie and fighting these other gangs, and I want them to get to safety. And it's got a great finale for me. Everything about The Warriors is absolutely perfect, and this package is wonderful. It's never looked better. I love it on 4K. I love the fact that we have the theatrical cut in that as well, and it's just a joy to have one of those pride of place movies in my collection. If you haven't seen The Warriors, you need to get that rectified as soon as possible. It's just joy for me. I'd love to know your thoughts on The Warrior. If you've seen it before, are you going to check it out? Have I kind of spurred you on to look at it? Now let me know in the comment box below. I want to know your opinion of this film. Sure, you may not love it as much as me, but let me know what you think of it regardless. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.